Carver St. Joseph. Depend on us. It's the morning show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
Hey, good morning. It's Thursday, February 29th. You only get to say that once every 4 years.
Wow. What were you doing? What were you doing last leap day?
Last leap day. Probably the same thing. I don't know. When was the last? What
4 years ago.
I mean, but what day of the week was it?
Oh.
Do we remember?
I don't know. They should make an extra day of the week for this.
They should.
So instead of Thursday, today would be, I don't know, something else.
Yeah, but would it be the mix of Thursday and Friday?
Friday?
Thrive Day.
Thrive Day. Love
Ooh,
it. Established.
That's what we're doing.
Call it good.
We're thriving today. We got a lot of things to get to here this morning. A busy show. Always learning with our friends from Barry and Risa coming up here in just a little while. Also catch you up with sports. Right now, let's find out what's happening in the news. WSJM News is brought to you by our friends at Cornerstone Alliance. See gomichigan.com. Cornerstone Alliance.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Happy Thrive Day.
Thrive Day.
Thrive Day.
I think it's a good thing to do.
It's Leap Day, February 29th. In local news, we're following 2 tornadoes confirmed in southeast Michigan on the other side of the state from this week's storms. National Weather Service says a twister in Grand Blanc was an EF2 storm that reached peak winds of 115 miles an hour. Remember, we had all the wind here and the hail and the thunder that just wouldn't stop. Well, they got it over there too, except they had 2 tornadoes. The first one was 6 miles in the path of that was about 6 miles long. Looking at some of the damage, a lot of trees down, a lot of power lines down, some gas pipes uprooted and such. They said no injuries, so that's good news. Calhoun County, they had preliminary information that their tornado was about an EF1, a weak tornado with maximum gusts of 110 miles per hour. Its damage track was about 5 miles long. Calhoun County Sheriff Steve Hinckley says a law enforcement officer and a weather spotter saw the tornado just north of Marshall.
Our road commission responded with heavy equipment and was immediately able to clear a path for them so they could get into the scene more efficiently. And they were able to go house to house and check. And at this point, we're happy to say that we have no reported injuries at this point.
Now, crews are still assessing damage. There were 2 tornado warnings for our area Tuesday night into Wednesday in parts of Berrien and Van Buren counties. Again, no reports of tornadoes being spotted or touching down in our area, thank goodness. Michigan voters want more of their tax money going to the roads. That's the finding from Lansing-based polling firm Epic MRA. Apparently, fixing the darn potholes isn't enough. You got to make it smooth. You got to smooth it out.
We have to take our money, we have to melt it down, and then use that in the potholes.
Give me your money and I'll do that. According to the poll, 82% of respondents said all taxes paid at the pump, not just the gas tax, should go toward funding improvements to Michigan's roads and bridges. Lance Benomini says he's the vice president of government affairs at the Michigan Infrastructure and Transportation Association, and the group that commissioned the poll.
Right now, we have a 30-cent gas tax, which all of that goes into the roads. But we are one of 5 states in the country that put sales tax on our fuel. And that 6% sales tax adds up to about $1.1 billion. And only $50 million of that goes into our transportation.
So $1.1 billion collected through the sales tax, but only $50 million coming back to the roads. But we also have the gas tax.
Yeah.
So 66% of respondents favor legislation to require all $1.1 billion generated by the sales tax go to transportation. And again, the gas tax, that mostly goes to the roads. Yeah. So keep watching that one because I'm sure Lansing's going to be paying attention as they go forward and look for ways to fill the pothole in funding they have.
Oh, my gosh.
For roads. Lakeshore Public Schools has announced the appointment of a new principal at Stewart Elementary. WSJM's Andrew Green has this report.
Carol Fetke took on the role on a permanent basis this week after serving as the interim principal since the start of the year. Lakeshore says during that time, she's demonstrated exceptional skills, dedication, and garnered overwhelming support from the school staff. The district says that Fetke has, quote, worked tirelessly to strengthen relationships within the school community and has implemented initiatives that positively influence the educational experience for both students and educators. Lakeshore Superintendent Greg Eating says the effect she's already made during her interim role is a testament to her capabilities. Fetke was previously a principal at Waterville Public Schools. Andrew Green, WSJM News.
And in the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Sports with Dave Wolf coming up here in just a little while. Also, always learning with our friends from Barry and Risa. And we'll also have some exclusive content for you on our Facebook page. Continue the conversation about the worst NFL teams when it comes to a whole lot of stuff. You know, the player treatment and all that other stuff.
Food, locker rooms, coaches, all kinds of fun.
We'll do that here in a bit as well. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the nation and the world with ABC News.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Supreme Court agreeing to hear
Hello. I think we have to get Jeff under control here because he already says that today's Friday. It's not Friday.
Good morning.
It's
Leap Day.
Thrive Day.
Thrive Day.
Yeah.
Thrive Day.
Thursday.
It's Thigh Day.
Thigh Day?
Thigh Day.
Today is the day to work on thighs.
There you go. It's Leg Day. Leg Day. All right.
Good morning. We've got Diane, Jeff, some other folks who haven't identified yet.
Diane, Diane, I think, is also doing the combining of words. She said, good morning, my Tuesday.
This is your Tuesday. So let's see. So if your Thursday is your Tuesday, Friday is your Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Monday and Tuesday, you're off.
Yeah.
That's fun.
All right. Yeah, I was watching Chicago Fire. And
there are like 500 episodes.
Well, that's we
Which one are you on?
talked about it last night. Jocelyn was like, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Because there's, any of these shows that you jump right into and you going into it, there's like 11 seasons and it's still going. You're never going to catch up. So at most we watch like one, maybe two episodes a night.
Yeah.
So at this pace, we will never finish the show until it ends. We made the decision. We still watched it last night, but we made the decision that we're getting close to the end of watching it.
And you're still in the first season, right?
No, we're in season 3 now.
Oh, you're in season 3.
We are in season 3. So we have made some progress.
Is that the one that has the cruise ship? I've seen some of the promos where all of a sudden there's a cruise ship emergency. The cruise ship explodes.
No, that was Speed 2.
No. There's a promo on right now. It's one of the 911 franchise, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, this is the Chicago franchise that has Chicago Fire, Med, and PD. And that's the other thing that I do not like.
Yeah.
I mean, Dick Wolf is one of the, I think, great television producers and great creators with all the Law and Order shows and all these different things. Now he has the Chicago shows. The thing I do not like when you are watching a stream or binge watching something and watching it after the fact is that when you have these crossover episodes, the thing that I hate is they never, in this instance, never indicate, hey, this is going to be a crossover episode. Like I would have loved to seen at the right of the end credits and said, this story continues on the next episode of this show. So there were multiple times. There's already been at least 2 instances where we've been watching Chicago Fire.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we watch the next episode and it's like, wait, what happened? They jumped ahead. So we have to Google, did something happen on a different show? And sure enough, in 2 instances, they were like, hey, this is in season 1, episode 12 of Chicago PD.
So wait, they're telling part of the story from your
On one
original show,
and then they're going
in
over
another
here.
place.
Yep, they're going in another
And
direction.
in order to get your storyline, you
I have to go to the
over
other
there?
place. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's rude.
And they've done it twice now. And they actually done it
smart from a marketing standpoint.
right. And it
Promotion.
makes sense if you're watching the Chicago lineup, because they do those shows one after the other. So if you are watching it on a Thursday night when it happened live,
right,
you just roll right into the next show. That's fine. But when you're rewatching it, it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Huh.
So this happened twice. Now there's been episodes that I had to Google again and find out, oh, well, it's on season 2, episode 9 of Chicago PD. And it's this weird roadmap. So that's been confusing. And then last night, I think another wrinkle has been added because they did inside of Chicago Fire, they did the pilot episode for Chicago Med.
Oh,
which is the other show. So it's all a mess.
It's dynamic storytelling.
It's dynamic. It's
the person from Wendy's was working in TV.
Yeah,
for a
probably. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but I enjoy the drama. I enjoy the story. It is a little bit predictable in some cases, but overall it's not bad. But I'm getting tired of the jumping around thing. But yeah, so I may have to. So if anybody has suggestions for a different show that I should jump over. I know The Bear is one.
Yes, you should
Everybody
watch The Bear.
says I should
Have you
watch
seen
that.
any of The Bear?
None of The Bear.
Oh.
None of The Bear. Just promos and things like that.
You need to see The Bear.
I will start to watch that.
We did season 1. We've started season 2, and it's a lot of fun.
We did. We were watching a little bit of Fargo. We got through a couple seasons of Fargo.
Yep. True Detective. You got to watch the new one.
Should I watch the new one or should I jump back? Because
okay.
I guess it doesn't matter because it's
separate stories.
Totally new story, no connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good.
I really enjoyed it. Jodie Foster.
I heard the season finale was not very good.
I loved it.
Okay.
It's who said the season finale was not good is the writer they fired from the first 2 seasons. The first 2 seasons he wrote all this stuff. I think it was the writer, producer, somebody who's involved intimately in creating the show. It was their baby. Kind of got the hook, and then they went around and did a new thing. And I tell you, the season finale of this one, there was no way they were going to bring it all together. They brought it all together, and it was a very believable thing.
I think a show I'm going to start binge watching, and hopefully nobody gives the spoilers. Cheers.
Oh
no, I'm kidding.
Did you see how they went up in the light?
Yeah. The bar explodes in the end.
Oh yeah,
there's a fire.
Somebody told you
there's a fire, and then the story.
That's not how it ends.
There's a fire, and the story continues. The story continues in Chicago Fire 20 years later.
Almost. What happened was they sold the bar. They moved it to New York.
I think there's the jumping of the shark type things, and I think one of the biggest indications that a show is most of the time not going in the right direction and is almost over, and they should have just stopped when they were ahead, is when a show is based in a city, and then they move to another city.
Yep.
Now, Frasier is a spinoff in another city, so that one doesn't count with Cheers being in Boston,
right?
Frasier over in Seattle,
right?
But I used to watch that show Nip Tuck.
Yeah, that's
they
fun.
moved to another city. I think they moved from Miami to LA.
Oh, that's right.
And then it was awful. I stopped watching it after that.
That was so gruesome, that show.
That was I was watching that show in high school.
Oh my gosh.
My brother and I used to watch that in high school. That was our Tuesday night.
I know why you watched it. All the skin.
There was I really was into plastic surgery and thought I could be a surgeon. No, I'm kidding. But there's other shows.
I think that's a hallmark of a show losing steam is the moving of the cities. But I also think the weather phenomena. And anytime there's like some huge tsunami coming, like Dexter. Remember when the season?
Never seen it. Never saw Dexter either. I didn't have cable at the time.
I gotta go.
I didn't have cable at the time. What's that on? Is that on Showtime? Is that Showtime?
I don't know where it is now, but
I think it's Showtime. And I didn't
originally
have
Showtime?
I didn't have cable at the time, and I don't want to have another
Well, you do
app.
now.
I don't have I don't have cable. I
Well,
don't have
no, but I
I
mean,
don't
you
have that
you have the
app.
ability to see it now.
Yeah, but that means I got to get another app.
Let's
I need
see.
to go off the apps that I have because I've got
Where
Hulu,
can I
I've got
watch?
Peacock, I've got
Sure.
basically everything but Netflix.
You can watch it on Pluto.
Okay.
You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on Fubo.
Fubo.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
premium thing.
Yeah, you got to pay for that.
And
Well,
yeah.
the city change thing, and this is where I'm worried,
Yeah.
is Only Murders in the Building
Oh, yeah.
just announced some new things. They got Eugene Levy they're going to add to the cast, which I'm excited about that because he's great.
Yep.
And to see how that, because they had Meryl Streep and Paul Rudd and a few other people join last season.
I
That
don't
was
think
really good.
I love that. I wish they would have used more Paul Rudd.
They did in certain
He was funny.
instances. He was
I love
funny,
him. Yeah.
but I think they could have used him more.
Mm-hmm.
But they're moving the show from based in New York. They're moving it to LA. So I'm not exactly sure how they get to LA. I think the way they ended this last season, I guess I could see how they end up going to LA as they track this next murder. But,
Sirens.
There's just a different vibe with the New York and LA. I don't know.
Because you have to introduce so many new things.
Yeah.
People. A lot of character introduction.
Character, lifestyle.
Yeah.
The lifestyle in New York is completely different from the lifestyle in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, I sneeze. Okay. I think I'm good. I'm good.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
We have the NFL, the full NFL player team report cards. You want to start going through that?
Yeah, let's go through that.
How do you want to go through it?
First, give me some of the teams that matter to the people and within our region. So let's go, if you can find Detroit Lions and Chicago Bears and maybe even toss an Indianapolis Colts in there.
All right, let's start with the Lions.
Yeah.
So the categories, remember, they're weighted categories, and I don't know how they all figure out with the weighting, but the categories are treatment of the families, nutrition, condition of the weight room, strength staff, training room, training staff, and locker room. So those are if you're a player in the NFL, if you're a player in the NFL, these are apparently the biggest categories that you look at.
Okay.
It's not really where I want to live in this community. It's about once I get into the stadium, once I get into the training facility,
is the facility. Yeah.
I want to know what's going on here and how are they taking care of me, and then I also want to know how are the families treated.
Okay.
Do I sit in the good seats? Am I taken care of? If I have any kind of needs, if I've relocated from across the country, do I have a built-in community network of friends?
Right.
Because that's important stuff. Yeah. So players on the Detroit Lions rated the treatment of the families. They gave him a B. So that's good.
That's not bad.
That's pretty high. You can only get an A, maybe an A+, but another good grade. They got a B+ in the category of weight room. They got another B in locker room. So weight room, locker room, treatment of families, Bs. Above that, the strength staff, they love them. A-.
Nice.
A-. On the not so great category, they got a couple of Ds on their report card.
Oh, no.
They did. They got a D+ for training room.
Okay.
So apparently they think well of their training staff, but the training room itself,
okay.
And then they got a D- in the area of nutrition. So apparently mom's spaghetti, not good enough for the team.
So maybe they just need to focus on, for this next season, maybe look at that and say, okay, is it time for us to upgrade that?
Give us a new training room because we almost got to the Super Bowl. Had we had a new training room, we might have done it. And then give us some better food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get us sons.
Those are two very important things that could lead to the team performing better.
Yeah.
Because they like you said, they love the strengths team, but if the team can't do what they need to do with that equipment, because the stadium's great, and Ford Field's fantastic. And I don't know, their practice facility is not too far from that area, but so that's pretty good. What
maybe their training room is just a bunch of old used tires from the car
They're
lots.
tired of the Goodyear tire flip. So what about the Chicago Bears?
Let's talk about the Bears. They did well. They got A's. So this might tell you a little bit about whether or not you need to focus on this stuff
Mm-hmm.
because the Chicago and whether it will manifest itself in a Super Bowl
Right.
victory, because the Bears got 5 A's.
Wow.
They got 5 A's: weight room, strength staff, training room, training staff, and locker room, all in the A category. They got an A plus for training room.
Really?
Yeah. Where they fell down was in the categories of treatment of families and nutrition.
Really?
So they got a C minus for how they treat families, and they got a D plus in nutrition.
So the Chicago dogs and the hot Italian beef is not how they should, and the deep dish pizza. Maybe they need to calm down on that stuff.
Calm down on that stuff. Let's see. Likewise, the Indianapolis Colts got a D in nutrition. What else did they get? Oh, they got an A minus in strength staff and an A plus in the training staff. So the people are good there.
Yeah.
In Indianapolis, they just don't like some of the nutrition that they're getting. So I mean, yeah, Indianapolis did okay.
Too many pork tenderloins or pork tenderloin sandwich. The big.
They got tired of the corn and pork.
Yeah. Yeah. Lucas Oil Stadium's great, and they're I believe they're investing in a new field. Like they're putting the new surface down sometime this spring. They can't do it this week because the NFL Combine is happening. Which I think I'm going to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Details, please.
So the NFL Combine, for people that don't know what this is all about, this is where they pretty much herd the players in.
Those that don't already have a contract,
the ones that are going,
get an offer.
the ones that are invited for the draft. So it's all these college players, all these amateurs. They're there and they're getting poked and prodded and tested.
Yeah.
So they do their 40-yard dash. They do a bunch of other drills. They see how high they can jump, how much they can lift, all these different things. They do those tests. And it's also too where they can sit down with the coaches and general managers and all that and kind of do a little quick interview and get to know you. What kind
of player are you going to be?
Yeah, the get to know you phase.
Yeah.
And they'll do more testing later on. So the NFL Combine, I believe today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, it's happening.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to scoot down there on Saturday.
Well, that'll be fun.
Because it's the quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers.
Okay.
And the Chicago Bears, one of my favorite teams, is they have the number 1 pick right now.
Okay.
But it's also cool to see because I know the Lions are really smart at finding those really good players that fit their system. So this will be interesting to see what's going on.
Will you bring some video back for that?
Sure.
Post some video?
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Because it'll be interesting to see this because I've never been there before. And it's a free event.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't have to pay anything and I get to maybe see some cool stuff.
That'll be awesome.
Watch some people run the 40-yard dash way faster than I could. I wanted to make it the whole weekend and go to Sunday because Sunday is offensive linemen.
Ooh.
And I just think it's pretty fascinating to see all those big boys just running super, super fast. And they're super strong. They're just freak athletes. I think the ones that are really amazing athletes, the fast running backs and wide receivers, that's really cool to watch. But to see somebody that's over 300 pounds
move that fast,
running 40 yards less than 5 seconds is just amazing.
Do you have a football jersey?
Do I have a football jersey? No, I don't have a football jersey.
If you had one, you could do a walk-on.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just walk on. Just put the jersey on. Just walk on.
They did that They did that last year with Eli Manning.
Yeah.
He was Chad Powers.
Oh no.
He showed up as a combine guy, but I think they're doing the same thing with JJ Watt.
Oh.
JJ Watt is retired now, NFL defensive lineman, been defensive player of the year. He's amazing. I saw on Instagram that he had a wig and a fake nose. So I'm wondering if he's going to show up to the combine.
That could be cool.
Yeah, no. I went to the gym yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I could do the same things that I used to be able to when I was younger. Definitely not. Bill said Lucas Oil Stadium will host the Supercross race in 2 weeks.
Oh, fun.
Nice. I do like that stadium. I mean, that's the cool part is I think they were, I think as far as stadium designers go, the people that do all that, pretty sure that Lucas Oil Stadium and Ford Field were designed probably by the same team because I like both of those stadiums very much because there is literally no bad seat in the house.
Nice.
You could be at the top and you can see you not only you see the field and they're small, but you've got video boards and all that within sight.
No big pillars in the way or
nothing.
Vision blockers.
No.
Cool.
Court Field does have like one pillar in one spot that's weird, but they kind of shove it off to the side, and I don't think you end up being stuck behind that.
Nice.
So,
that's fun.
So
and
I think I'm going to go down there.
So it sounds like they use them for everything. That's cool. Sport cross.
Yeah, they'll do big concerts there too.
Awesome.
Taylor Swift, I believe, is going to be at Lucas Oil Stadium in the fall, like August. I believe she's going to be there for a few nights. August or November.
Her dad had a rocky trip to Australia.
Yeah. What do you like?
never hear about her dad.
No, and he's there like all the time.
Yeah.
Her dad and her mom are pretty much with her all the time on those tours.
Apparently the paparazzi getting too up close and personal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think after a while, the paparazzi, I would get tired of that stuff. Like, there'd just be an occasion as somebody, because those paparazzis, they get up close to you. And
they do. They try to annoy you.
They
so
annoy
you
you so much.
Yeah.
And it's got to be extremely frustrating.
Yeah.
So don't know all the details. It's kind of a he said, she said kind of thing at the moment. I don't know if there's actual footage of stuff, but
you would think
there's got to be something out there.
Let's see. A spokesperson for the singer did not. So what happened was Australian police are still investigating the allegation by Paparazzo. That said he was assaulted. He was hit in the face when they were on a wharf together in Sydney. He did not need medical attention. But the paparazzi person was 51 years old, and he accused Scott Swift, who's 71, of striking him in the face. Confrontation apparently happening Tuesday after Mr. Swift and Taylor disembarked from a yacht.
All right. Let's get back to it.
Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
Yes, it is. Good morning. About 7:30, and today is Leap Day, and it's going to be another... I think okay day. And I mean, it was cold to start the morning, but it's going to be all right later on with a high of 40. And tonight going to be clear and low down to about 27. Friday, 48 is the high.
Okay.
Right now, we need to find out what's happening in the news.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg. Some of the stories we're following today, as we mentioned yesterday, the group planning monuments to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in Benton Harbor and St. Joseph. They have reached their $850,000 fundraising goal. We caught up with the Unified Civic Monuments Project team, and they say they're celebrating the milestone and confirming work on the actual monuments will start in June. Jennifer Jacobs tells us the group truly appreciates the public support they received so far. The next step is to start raising money for some of the educational programming that will go along with the monuments. The Van Buren Conservation District will be taking a whole farm approach at its annual Farming for the Future conference next month. The event will be held Wednesday, March 13th at the Van Buren Conference Center in Lawrence. Farmers from throughout the Southwest Michigan area are invited to take part and learn about the latest techniques applied in their field. We'll tell you more about this during our Moody on the Market update.
Ooh.
Yeah, how about that? Also, we're nearing the end of the cold and flu season in Michigan. Michigan Chief Medical Executive Natasha Bagdasarian says flu vaccination rates were lower than last year, and that happened to result in a lot more people getting the flu this year. Not many people sought out the updated COVID booster either. So we had two peaks of bad infection this year, the flu and COVID, because there was that especially contagious version of it, but also some people dealing with the RSV. So anyway, stay healthy, wash your hands.
All right.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Ken Lundberg.
Coming up here in just a few minutes, we'll catch you up with sports. Right now, let's find out what's happening around the state.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher.
Yeah, that NFL Combine, I've always known it was free, and they've always been doing it in Indianapolis, but I've just never gone down there. And they've been hosting it for, oh my gosh, years. years down there. And I'm not really sure why. I guess it's a pretty much central location. If you think about stadiums and teams right there in the middle.
You want to take the news truck?
Ooh, I think it's being used
Okay.
at that time.
All right.
Yeah. I don't think I'll get any more exclusive access, but I think what I want to do, I want to see how it goes, and maybe even ask around and see like what does it take for media, and see if I can like go down there, and get maybe some interviews and things.
Taking Jocelyn?
No.
Oh,
no, she's got to work. She's got to work. Yeah, yeah. My buddy lives down there, and we might catch up and go hang out.
Boys' weekend.
Yeah, just for a little while.
Okay.
He's busy because I texted him and said, "Hey, you going to be down there?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I'm coming up from Nashville because they had a country radio seminar going on this week." He's like, "Well, I'm coming up from Nashville this early Saturday morning, and I've also got a concert that I've got to go to at night." And I was like, "Well, I'm going to this," and he's like, "You want to go to the concert?" And I was like,
What concert?
Bailey Zimmerman.
Oh,
he's good.
Okay.
He's good. Good country artist.
Is this Matt you're talking about?
Yeah, Matt. Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's a boys' weekend. Couple of radio guys
well,
hanging out.
I was saying, I don't think I want to stay for the whole weekend. And I love concerts. I do enjoy concerts. But
From a distance.
Yeah, I have to really psych myself up for it.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, do I go to a place where there's a lot of people to then leave that place and go to a place where there's a lot of people?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And Matt, I mean, he's pretty connected down there.
Yeah.
So you'll probably have either really good seats or maybe you'll just be backstage.
Oh yeah, there's
just do the backstage thing.
There's really good access to a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Take
the limo.
I'll think about it.
Take the limo.
Take the limo.
Yeah. Take the limo. Go
take
backstage.
Take the WSJM limo.
Give the singer a couple of pointers.
No.
Go from there.
No.
No, you
yeah,
gotta go. You gotta go to the
I don't
concert.
know if I'll go to the concert.
You have to go
I
to
don't
the concert.
think I'll go to the concert. There are many, many more concerts I can go to. This was just gonna be a quick trip. I was gonna go for 2, 3, maybe 5 hours, and then make my way back up in the evening.
I think we should poll the people watching on the video live stream right now. Should Johnny go to the concert? Who is it again?
Bailey Zimmerman.
Bailey Zimmerman. Should he go to the concert this weekend? Especially knowing he'll have VIP access.
I will, but I always get VIP access now with him. So yeah, almost every time he's got a concert, he's like, "Yeah, if you're coming down here, we got a concert we can go to. There's a good chance I can get you backstage because he's the music director for a country station."
Does he like
there.
Steely Dan?
I don't know. Is Steely Dan coming to Indianapolis?
I don't know. I'll have to look.
There's a lot of concerts. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I swear he's at a concert every single weekend, and he really enjoys that type of stuff.
Right now, they're in their next event that I have on Google is the Netherlands in June.
Nice.
You don't think he has access there, does he?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'm sure he could call somebody.
Yeah, no, he's they're playing in Hollywood, Florida this March.
That is the beauty of this is an insider thing for radio for
Chicago.
People.
Yeah. Sorry.
Jeff says, "Yes, why wouldn't Johnny go? Go Johnny, go. Johnny be good." I will say I enjoy concerts, but I would have to bring my earplugs because I cannot go to a concert now without earplugs because I'll end up blowing my ears out.
Makes sense.
I went to years ago. I went to a Foo Fighters concert.
Oh, ouch!
And it was at the Palace of Auburn Hills before they tore it down.
Okay.
But I went to this concert, did not have earplugs, and man, I paid for it. Probably the next day, I could barely hear. So then when I went to Lollapalooza in like 5 years ago, they actually, when you walk up to, this is great, when you walk into the entrance, they give you a couple swag bags and things like that. But they gave you a little case that had earplugs in it. And I was like, yep, I'm using those. And I did, and it was great.
Yeah.
You could still hear what was going on, but it took a lot of those high tones out that really mess with your ears.
Yeah.
Hearing is important.
Yeah, you don't get that stuff back.
No.
Naturally, anyway.
So, yeah, I will take the suggestions under advisement, but I imagine that because my plan was to come back Saturday night.
Oh,
I'd rather not drive back Saturday night at like 11 because it's
No.
a 2-hour drive.
yeah, I didn't want to do that.
So, and I think the concert's not till like 8. So
you just stay the night,
Yeah.
party with the band.
Stay the night, and then that was his suggestion. Stay the night, have breakfast, brunch, or whatever. Yeah, but that's the whole weekend. Then my weekend's gone. I got plans
Well,
on.
you're
I got
driving
stuff to
down
do
there.
on Sunday. No, I got
Jocelyn's
stuff to do.
working.
Yeah, but I got stuff to do. I got to help her out.
All right, take Plinko.
He would have hated that. He would hate that. No, Plinko is old. He doesn't like to go anywhere these days. He is very chipper these days, though.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, he threw his back out at one point, and now he's bouncing around like a puppy.
Oh, good.
Like I think everything's back in line. But
oh, nice.
17th birthday's coming up.
Wow. When is
May.
that? May
1st. Yeah.
Okay.
So
May Day.
he's 17.
All right. So trivia for Leap Day.
Leap Day trivia. Do you want to do that here in a moment?
We can. Sure.
We'll be talking in about two minutes. A
Okay.
little less than 2 minutes.
I can hold it for 2 minutes.
Okay. Do you need to go to the bathroom?
I don't. I'm
Okay.
good.
Did you go potty?
I went potty earlier. Yes.
One
I
last
washed
thing.
my hands.
One last NFL related thing. Washington Commanders apparently need a new stadium
They
name. So FedEx has been their name on their stadium, FedEx Field, since 1999. I didn't know that. But FedEx basically said, "Hey, we're gonna pull our advertising dollars a couple of years early on the contract that we had, and then we're gonna spread it around." So not sure exactly. I know Washington Commanders have new ownership now, so I don't know if there's some bad blood or they were just finally tired of the losing seasons that the Washington Commanders have.
What they said, do you want to know what they said?
What was their exact statement?
They said in a statement to WTOP, which is the big news behemoth out there, broader NFL sponsorship. They're going to focus on broader NFL sponsorship and opportunities. They say they continuously review their marketing programs to ensure their investments are aligned with their evolving business objectives. So we believe there's a bright future for the Commanders, but we look forward to watching that team under their new ownership.
Is that like a statement they pull out for everything that they end up pulling advertising out of?
Yeah.
We just want to spread our money around.
Yeah. I mean, FedEx Field. I saw the Rolling Stones there from the nosebleeds.
Nice.
Yeah. Way up there.
Still paid like $1,000.
At least. At least. Did not need earplugs. I was so far away.
Nice. I feel like they need a second set of speakers up there if they do that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to it.
Skies today, a bit on the chilly side with the breezy conditions. Afternoon high temperatures around 40 degrees. Wind chills will be in the 20s and 30s. Tonight, clear skies. We drop to 27. And tomorrow, mix of the sun and clouds. High temperatures around 45. We'll be back up in the upper 50s, nearing 60 this weekend. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
It's the morning show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
Speaking of Steely Dan.
Nice. Thank
Good
you.
morning. You be part of the show anytime. You can call 925-WSJM. You can email letstalk@WSJM.com. You can also comment on our Facebook, YouTube, and X. We are hanging out over there as well. We've been talking about quite a lot of different things from NFL to also Leap Day. Today is Leap Day, February 29th. Only happens once every 4 years.
That's right.
And you've been talking about that since early this morning about there is some Leap Day trivia, which
sure.
I did not know. I guess I don't know factoids. I know a lot of factoids and random useless knowledge. I don't really know anything about Leap Day besides it's just something that happens every 4 years.
Every 4 years. True or false? You want to do true or false this time?
Sure. Give me a true or false.
True or false? There are leap year. There's a leap year capital of the world.
Leap year capital of the world?
Mm-hmm. True or false?
I'm going to say false.
It's actually true. There are 2 leap year capitals.
That's stupid. There should only be one.
If you want to celebrate the special day, you can head to Texas or New Mexico.
Why Anthony?
I don't know. The two towns named Anthony, they both claim the title Leap Year Capital, and they hold lavish multi-day celebrations. Yeah, Party Town, Anthony, Texas, or Anthony, New Mexico. So, Tony.
I would love to own like a restaurant or a bar or something like that.
Yeah.
And just convert something and do like a pop-up. Oh, this crazy thing only happens once every 4 years. Like that would be cool. A really amazing Leap Day concert that has like all of the coolest artists out there, and it's just one huge concert for one day every 4 years.
And it should only be quartets.
Yes, absolutely.
For people.
Ooh, I like that.
True or false? People work for free on February 29th.
I'm going to say true because I did see something that it is true.
That is true. That is true.
We're working for free right now?
Most employees who are paid fixed monthly incomes work for free today because their wages are not likely to calculate to include the extra day. Yeah. So we would normally, every all the other 3 years of a cycle, we get paid for 28 days in February. So you can actually say that we're benefiting on the back of the worker, the employer, every other year. This year, we're actually getting our due paid in.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway.
So if you're part-time employee and you get paid by the hour in the day.
If you're hourly, it's fine. You're getting paid. If your monthly income is fixed and you work on the 29th, it's kind of a free day.
Wow.
That's going to make a lot of people angry right now. Sorry about that. True or false?
Should we stop working?
Some cultures. When did we start? And true or false? In some cultures, they consider February 29th an unlucky day.
I can see that.
Yeah, it is true. In Italy, people say anno bissetto anno funesto.
Anno bissetto anno funesto.
Which translates as leap year, doom year.
Oh, man.
In some countries like Greece, people warn against planning weddings during leap year.
I can see that.
Yeah. A couple others. February 29th, traditionally a day on which women were allowed to propose to men.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds hopelessly outdated, but this is something some cultures recognized. Leap year babies are called leapers or leaplings.
Yeah, it would be so cool to have a leap day or leap year birthday.
You think so?
I think it would be cool because you'd be like, I'm only 10.
A leap day. Yeah.
I'm only 10 years old.
And then finally, Julius Caesar was the one who introduced the first calendar leap year in 46 BC because the Earth takes 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 45 seconds to circle the sun. And the leap day ensures we don't lose 6 hours every year.
And he got stabbed in the back on a leap day, probably.
Probably.
No. Hey, we could do the opposite.
Beware the Ides of March, which is the 15th.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Isn't there some reasoning along with that Julius Caesar time frame, the Ides of March and all that stuff, like why there's only 29 days or 28 days? Like why is February the shortest month with the usually 28 days, and every one of them has 30 most of the time, 30 or 31?
Well, if you do your knuckles, it's January, February, March, April. Every knuckle is 31.
Okay.
Did you know that? Do you know that trick?
No.
Yeah. Just on your knuckles.
Why don't you come closer to my knuckles?
No. I mean,
I don't have any knuckles. My fat, pudgy hands, I have no knuckles. You know, like when a baby, when you do this, look at that. Look, where knuckles are gone. Knuckles are gone.
Well, when you do that, sure.
Yeah.
But when you do that.
But even then, look at that. Barely have any knuckles.
If you peacefully close your hand into a fist.
Okay.
January, February, March, April. Yeah. Every knuckle, every ridge is a 31. Yeah, check it out. Anyway, so I don't know the answer to the question you were asking.
Okay.
But I successfully deflected.
We'll get our research team on that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So are we getting paid?
Well, I don't know.
Do we ever get paid?
I don't know.
Have you gotten your paycheck lately?
I'll have to check.
Oh, man. One other thing to talk about that I saw pop up that I wanted to make sure that we talked about. A new study. First off, do you have any tattoos?
No.
No, neither do I.
Okay.
A new study finds that more than 80% of the tattoo ink contains unlisted ingredients.
What?
Those can be linked to things like organ damage and even cancer.
Oh, no.
The most common additive is polyethylene glycol.
I hate polyethylene glycol.
Which can lead to renal failure.
Oh no, that's not good.
The
That's your kidney
researchers,
stuff.
researchers were finding that they're not trying to scare anybody about this whole thing or scare you off from getting a tattoo. Instead, that this will push for better labeling and manufacturing of the ink.
That makes sense.
People don't ever ask about that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
you look at the tattoo artists and the stuff that they're doing. You look at many of the tattoo artists out there are very, very clean because they have to. And it's like you're looking at a surgeon's
Minor
tools
surgery.
and all that
Absolutely.
stuff. But you never really ask questions or pay attention to the ink because it's there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and people are getting more and more conscious about what they do with their bodies, what they put into their bodies. Tattoo, that's one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So just
thinking about it, getting a face tattoo. Just
a face tattoo?
WSJM right across the forehead.
Ooh,
there.
I like that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Matching WSJM tattoos.
Or on the eyelid. We could do the eyelid tattoos.
Oh, yeah. When you close your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love that too.
We're just kidding.
Yeah. The face is one place I probably wouldn't get a tattoo unless it could make my face look better. Then I'm all for it.
They do the tattoos for the eyebrows. Some
That's
women
pretty
I've
cool.
seen.
That's
I wonder
pretty
if we
cool.
could do the beard. Make it more full.
Yeah, that's called microblading.
Yeah.
I've seen people that have done that, and honestly, if you're a short distance away from them, even up close, you barely even notice it.
Huh.
You're like that. You just put new eyebrows on. What
Interesting
happened?
adornment.
So
yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
But I like the face tattoo idea. We'll make that happen. Maybe do a simulator. Maybe go online, Photoshop what your face would look like with a face tattoo.
Well, that's the funny thing is they have, what is it, the henna?
Yeah.
And that's like a temporary tattoo. But I always wonder about that. Is it really temporary? How temporary? What if somebody accidentally grabs the wrong ink?
Ooh.
Or if there's something in there, an unknown additive
that just ends
just
up
kind of leaves a little shadow trace.
Ooh.
You did all your face up for Halloween or something like that.
Something to watch out for.
Then you're in trouble.
Got some other things coming up here in just a little bit. We'll have your Moody on the Market update. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
Everybody loves a bargain. Say it. You love a bargain. I love a bargain. He loves a bargain. She loves a bargain. We all love a bargain, but we...
All right, which Moody on the Market story are
This
we
is
doing?
the one we teased at the bottom of the hour.
Ooh, at the bottom of the hour.
That was
tease.
There was two. That was tease and bottom of the hour.
Two radio
Isms.
cliches right there.
The
Nice.
Van Buren farming one.
Oh, nice. Yeah. All right.
Van Buren farming for the future.
Farming for the future. Very nice.
Yeah.
Hard to believe that it's almost that time again. Getting the fields ready for farming.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll have that here in just about 30 seconds.
Sun's out. It's beautiful.
Yeah, a few people have commented. Diane said, "Here comes the sun into my house." Yeah.
Hello, Teresa. Hello, Diane again. I'll show you. What do we have there?
Which one?
Nope.
Teresa.
Very good. I was just looking at the, let's see. Jeff's talking about Foo Fighters.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I thought your favorite, Jeff, was the Thompson Twins.
Oh, Diane says I should also go to that concert. I'm taking under advisement. When you want to know Southwest Michigan's business, look no further. We got you covered at moodyonthemarket.com and the Moody on the Market app. Our team of contributors always own it. We've got the Moody on the Move series as well as the awards program and so many other things there for you to check out. Right now, we'd like to tell you about some of those stories that we find with your Moody on the Market update brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owner's agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles.
And there's no business like grow business.
There's grow business. I know. I think you used that last time.
I used show.
You used show business.
Yeah.
You can't just
this time it's
that.
grow.
No,
they rhyme.
You can't
rhyme.
do that twice in a week.
If we have a canal story tomorrow, I'm doing flow business.
Oh, jeez. Or plumbing. plumbing infrastructure.
Ooh, I like that.
Right.
In our Moody on the Market update today, talking about the Van Buren Conservation District, they're taking a whole farm approach at their annual Farming for the Future conference. It's happening next month, which is practically here because it's March 13th. The event is Wednesday, March 13th at the Van Buren Conference Center in Lawrence. Farmers from throughout Southwest Michigan invited to take part to learn about the latest techniques applied in their fields.
Now, the keynote speakers will be a guy with probably the coolest name ever, and that is Dr. Alan, I'm going to say Franzlubers.
Yes.
He, along with Barry Fisher, who also has a great name, will highlight the importance of understanding and how to manage it for
soil.
Understanding soil, that is, and how to manage it for future generations. Conservation District Specialist Colleen Forestieri, She says that the group wants all farms in the area to be viable for generations to come. Farming for the Future is an annual event for local farmers and is an opportunity to learn from specialists, educators, researchers, businesses, and other farmers as well.
Yeah, the event is free. It's open to the public, but pre-registration is required and space is limited. If you are interested, you're asked to register by the end of the day tomorrow. So this is something you got to get on the tractor for right now. Call the Van Buren Conservation District at 269-657-4030, or you can visit their website at vanburencd.org. If you forget those numbers or the website, just check it out. It's on our website, moodyonthemarket.com.
All righty. Your Moody on the Market update is brought to you by our friends at Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners agency with locations in St. Joseph and in Niles. And I feel like every time I always end up getting the paragraph that has the names that are always hard to pronounce.
Franzluber
and Forestieri.
I thought you were going to stumble over Fisher.
Yeah, I almost did because I knew I was going to do it to all the other ones as well. No. We'll get to news, sports, and a whole lot more here next. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM.
We're watching over you. IMS in the
Have you watched the most recent season of Curb Your Enthusiasm?
The new one's out now, right?
I don't know. I haven't watched the last couple seasons.
I have, and I knew the new one was coming out, but I have not had a chance to watch it.
Okay.
Sadly, Richard Lewis died.
Yeah.
Which always been a fan of him. What was the show? He was on a sitcom in like the 90s. Was he part of Murphy Brown?
That's a great question.
There was a show in that Murphy Brown era, the lineup somewhere, that he was on I feel like he was on a show.
He was on a show with Jamie Lee Curtis.
What was that show?
Anything But Love, which I don't remember.
No, there's got to be another one. But great hair. He always had great hair.
He did. He did have great hair.
Even in his old age, when he made appearances on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and it would be gray, and I'm like, I don't know how he still has great hair.
Yeah, Anything But Love from 1989 to 1992. I don't remember that show.
No.
Yeah. Died of a heart attack, unfortunately, but passed away peacefully at his home.
He was great in Robin Hood Men in Tights. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Yeah, he was really funny. I loved his kind of self-deprecating comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. Anything But Love. Yeah, I don't remember that.
So you're going to drive down to Indianapolis. You say it's only a 2-hour drive?
It's about from door to door, from my house to Matt's house is like 2 hours. Oh, speaking of doors, somebody's at my door.
Ooh.
It's
who is it?
I don't know. I think it's just a car driving by. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, it's about door to door. It's about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Like 2.5 hours, depending on traffic.
Okay.
Like it'll say 2.5 hours, but if the traffic is flowing well or there's not a lot of stops and starts, it's fairly easy. About 2 hours.
And they've improved the north-south road there because it used to be stop and go a lot.
Yeah.
So now it's better.
Yeah. Now you're pretty much going. I mean, there's only a few spots that drop you down to like 55.
Yeah.
But then that's only for a short amount of time.
And
So,
then
yeah.
you can really tell when you get into Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah. You start to notice it real quick.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do news here in just a minute and basically wrap up our live stream. I will snatch some pictures for you. I'm going to try and also get some of our team down there to the Berrien Springs robotics competition that's happening this weekend. Maybe get some pictures and video of that.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
So, all right, everybody. You have a great day. Enjoy the sun for a little while.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy.
And have a good one. Get a nice stretch in today.